What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So with summer starting to wind down, just because the timeline for the season is coming to a close sooner than later doesn't mean the weather is changing drastically for a lot of us. So I compiled a list of 10 really affordable, dare I say cheap, aquatic fragrances to keep the summer vibe going. And I want to talk to you guys about them here today, so stay tuned. Starting with one I haven't had for a really long time that's a nice bubblegum fruity aquatic that right around 25 bucks. It's quite enjoyable. It's from Rayhaan. This is called Pacific. You know, I was late to the game on the hype on these, but I get it now. I have 4 fragrances from the brand. And it's definitely very much enjoyable. It's like a slightly fruitier Invictus Aqua in many ways. It's honestly a bit smoother than Invictus Aqua, and performance is right around 6 hours. It does a good job without being some beast mode fragrance or anything like that. For 25 bucks, it's actually pretty hard to beat, and probably the most enjoyable of the 4. Honestly, it is the most enjoyable of the 4 that I've bought from the brand so far, and I would definitely recommend checking this one out if you haven't yet. If you're looking for a beautiful fruity aquatic, you can't go wrong here. It's Rayhaan Pacific. How about adding a little saltiness to your life? Citrus, sea salt, a little bit of musk. Kind of smells like a much more salty aquatic YSL in many ways. John Varvatos XX Artisan Teal. This is very much a summertime in a bottle type of fragrance. This stuff is beautiful. I'm actually going to give myself 3 sprays for the gym. This is such a delight. This is slowly becoming possibly my favorite John Varvatos fragrance. And I got a lot of love for fragrances in this house. I gotta say, you can get this one cheap. It's a 4.2 ounce bottle you can get for under 40 bucks when it's in stock. And it's their best artisan fragrance, in my opinion. Now, Artisan Blue, which is actually green, they colored and named it wrong because it's loaded with green notes. It's almost all specifically green notes. That's still my favorite spring fragrance ever, as far as affordable fragrances. But for summertime, they got a banger right here, and more people need to give this one a shot. Average performer, 5-6 hours, nothing crazy, but it smells phenomenal, and it's so watery fresh. It's XX Artisan Teal. You know, it's cliched at this point to have it in a video, but put some respect on the name, Nautica Voyage. This fragrance has become an icon. It is. Everybody should give it a shot. Watery aquatic, crisp green apple, fresh florals, and clean musk. Decent performance, 4 to 6 hours has been my experience every time I've worn it. I don't have the old style with the split metal cap. Newer style that you can pick up at Amazon and rack stores and discounters online, all the different places. Some people hate this fragrance for some reason, and some people swear by this fragrance. This does get compliments. This is crazy fresh. This is the greatest fragrance Nautica's ever put out. Not just because they've sold more bottles of it than anything else. It's literally worthy of any man's collection, in my opinion. Both a young man on up to a gentleman with grandchildren. Everybody can find some joy out of this one. Just go into it with an open mind and be like, huh, I bet this is going to smell good. And when you spray it and it does smell good, you be, I'll be damned, I was right. It does smell good. And honestly, more times than not, people around you, possibility of them telling you smell good, really high with this one. Nautica Voyage. Ever wonder what Versace Mano Fresh would smell like if it was all the more aquatic? Well, Kenneth Cold Blue has you covered. Now look, it's wildly synthetic. It's like a 4-hour fragrance, but you can get it cheap and it smells awesome. It really does. It's a synthetic orange and sea notes and musk. And it's that from start to finish. It does not change. You get this synthetic mandarin orange smell, this saltwater, slight saltwater sea notes accord, and a clean musk. It smells so good. It really does. Such a great cheap fragrance. Great for the gym. Great on a high heat summer day. If you want to wear it to work, keep the bottle with you. You can find these at Walmart, discounters online, rack stores. You can get them all over the place. I actually got this with a 30 ml in a double pack for like 20 bucks from Walmart. It's a 50 ml and a 30 ml, and it was, like I said, like $20. Yeah, totally worth it. Great fragrance, as long as you can temper your expectation and performance. Don't go into this looking for some great performer, because you're not going to get it, even if you have the greatest skin chemistry. I think at best you're looking at 6 hours, which is nothing to shake a stick at, especially for the money and the way it smells. After a few hours, just reapply, because this is definitely a hell of a summer vibe. And it's Kenneth Cold Blue. From a not so good performer to probably, yes, it is the best performer in this video. We're talking about Rasasi Hawas Ice. So that Invictus Aqua-esque, fresh aquatic bubblegummy type of thing with some mint. You get some beautiful fresh mint at the top. At first, the first time I smelled it, I was like, I still kind of like the original more. Then I started spending more time with it, and this is so much better than the original, I don't think it's even funny. If I was to recommend one version to you, it is definitely Hawas Ice. Prices have leveled off around $50-ish for the most part, pretty much everywhere you can find it. I think that's a great price point for this fragrance. You get a great smell that's not over-the-top synthetic, that's super attractive, that works great in the high heat, that has performance that if you want to smell fresh and aquatic all through the year, it'll cut through the cold, and it's going to have a high compliment factor. I don't know what more you can ask for. Rasasi Hawas Ice. A fragrance that everybody forgets about, that's kind of not really unique for what it is, but not a bunch of other things smell like it. It's Bentley For Men Azure. And this is pineapple, fruity fresh, watery aquatic, pimento spiced, clean and musky. Very, very freshwater aquatic too. The color scheme to this, that blue, sky blue gradients. There we go, and you can see some of it. The sky blue gradients is very fitting. It's a nice freshwater accord. The pimento pineapple balance here, I think, is just outstanding. And so it's such an underappreciated fragrance. It just smells good, man. And you can get this for like $30 or less still to this day. Bentley puts out some really good fragrances, especially in this For Men line. They're all good, literally every single one. And this is the aquatic of the bunch, and this is probably the one that gets the least amount of attention. And it boggles my mind because it's such a really good fragrance. 7 to 8 hours in longevity has been my experience over the years. I would definitely encourage you to check it out. It's Bentley For Men Azure. We had one hype beast already. We might as well have another with Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, right? Hey, they're hyped for a reason. It's because they're great. They get compliments. People like the way they smell. It's great. It's a beautiful fizzy grapefruit, juicy yet fizzy grapefruit, freshwater aquatic. There's a hint of sweetness from some pink pepper. It's clean and musky and woodsy. I get every bit of 6 or 7 hours in longevity out of it. This is such a really good fragrance. I've always been such a fan of this fragrance. I went through a 30 ml that I still have a couple drops left. So I recently stopped procrastinating and bought a bigger bottle so I can finally finish this one off. Because I've procrastinated for years to do it. And moving back and forth, I'm getting whiffs of my sillage from spraying this earlier. Gorgeous. Buy this fragrance. Yeah, I shouldn't really say blind buy, but God, Artisan Teal is so good. And so is this. Literally all of these. If you like aquatic fragrances, you can't go wrong with anything in this video. Honest to God. Just choose wisely if you're going to blind buy. Try to be as responsible as you can. I get it, blind buying's fun, but it's not wise. But this one you can definitely get out and try because Sephora's, Ulta's, Dillard's, Macy's, they carry stuff like this. And you can just go try it and then buy it online for under $40 because that's the way to go. Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Fortunately, over the years, this fragrance has gotten more and more affordable. 100 mLs go for around $50 these days, which I think is such a bargain for this fragrance. Price versus performance. With Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. The complete flanker to light blue. I do like the way Italian Love smells more, but this is the one I like to recommend because it does smell like a true intense version of the original, which, let's face it, the original light blue is the best light blue. Take performance out of it because immediately right now you're thinking, yeah, but it don't perform like it used to. It's weak. I wish it performed better. Well, intensify the smell, make it a bit saltier because smelling it up close like this, it's rough. This is rough to smell up close. The magic's out in the air. The sillage is magic on this. High compliment factor. It gets out in the air. It's very breezy and has a long trail to it with great performance. Just know it's highly synthetic, loaded with amberwood and ambroxan-like smell to its synthetic aroma chemicals that will wear your nose out. It happens to me as well. But for the money, man, is it hard to beat such a good saltwater aquatic. is light blue Oh Intense. Now the price has increased a little bit from what it used to be. It's not 20 bucks like it used to be. It's around 35, 40, but it's still one of the best cool water flankers of all time to me. It's Cool Water Wave. I'm a big fan. I love the bottle too. Not that the bottle matters that much, but I love the color of that glass with the hit of yellow. So this has a little hint of Sichuan pepper to give you a little fleeting sweet heat that pops in and out, a little hot spice, with some juniper that gives it this bright aromatic, almost gin-like tone. And it's got C notes, give it that aquatic shower gel-like smell to it. So it smells like a cross between a little bit of Cool Water meets Invictus Aqua 2016. I think it's a great alternative to both. It's only like a 3 to 4 hour fragrance in longevity, but you can spray heavy with this one. It's a great experience. If you're running errands, going to work, and you can keep the bottle with you, going to the gym, fresh out of the shower. There's a ton of uses for this one, even though I only get about 3 to 4 hours of longevity and about an hour of projection. I have a ton of functions for this tool because they're all tools in your wardrobe. I have plenty of function for this. You just have to figure out if these have function in your life, because I promise you, you don't need a beast monster 12 plus hour, 3 hour room filling projection sillage that stays in a room for an hour after you leave. You don't need that every day of your life, everywhere you go. You're lying to yourself if you feel like you do. You don't. Fragrances like this fit in everybody. Everybody should have something like this. Maybe not exactly this, but everybody needs that one fragrance that they can run errands in, something fresh to go to the gym, quick refresher out the shower, light, easy to enjoy, cheap, just does the job. This is one of the best for that, in my opinion. And that's why we're featuring it here today. It's Cool Water Wave. Last but not least, we got a minty aquatic that I've kind of rediscovered as of late. Since I started talking about it, I've been wearing it a little bit here and there. It is Hugo Now in the Hugo Man line from Hugo Boss. So underrated, it's not even funny. It's got that toothpaste-like mintiness with some aquatic notes and a little bit of fruitiness. That toothpaste mint smell sounds off-putting, but it totally works here. It's synthetic mint. It doesn't have a natural green mint leaf smell. But damn, does it smell good. It's a little soapy clean. It's got a hint of a shower gel feel to it. It's very aquatic, and like I said, it has that minty tone that just I'm a sucker for with a fresh aquatic. Mint aquatics just do it for me. Hence why we're talking about Hawas Ice. They're beautiful fragrances. I'm a huge fan of mint aquatics. Hell, my favorite release this year is a mint aquatic, Seraphine Blue from Zaharoff. So get this in your life. It's affordable. It's a decent performer, like 4 to 5 hours. Let's call it 4 to 6 hours, depending on if you spray your clothes, your skin chemistry. There's so many variables here, but it does smell really good. And honestly, it doesn't smell like every other fragrance out there. So that's working in its favor as well. It's Hugo Boss's Hugo Now. Well, that's the 10 cheap aquatics I wanted to discuss with you today to keep that summer vibe going. Keep summertime going, that feeling. Just the fragrance can keep you in that moment. It really can. It's an olfactive treat and an olfactive journey. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you can catch more videos in the future. And if you want to check any of these out, I'll try to have links down below in the description. Can't guarantee stock or anything like that, but I'll have some links for you guys if you want to check any of this stuff out. So thank you again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.